welcome back to my channel, and if you are new, welcome. Don't mind me, I'm just getting out of work. I'm out of food for Arcadius and I'm going grocery shopping, so needless to say, this is going to be a shopping for my iguana video. Now, if you have been here since the beginning of my YouTube channel, you may remember that I used to do shopping for my iguana videos. I'd go to different grocery stores and show you what good food items they had as options to feed your iguanas at, as well as the prices that they were listed at. And then afterwards, I would sit here in my car, go through what I bought, kind of explain why I bought each item and how it's good for your iguana and how much I ended up spending total. So you can see how much I spent to feed Arcadius, how much it costs shopping at different stores, also what kind of options different grocery stores may have, so that, you know, if there's a grocery store near you, you'll know what that particular grocery store would have for your iguana. So when I started this channel, I did two. I did one for Wegmans and I did one for Tops. I never ended up doing one for Walmart though. And I won't lie, if you catch Walmart at the right time, Walmart is my favorite place to buy iguana food because greens are so inexpensive at Walmart. So this is a pretty good Walmart. I thoroughly enjoy this Walmart. It is a very nice Walmart. And so I think I will have a very good selection. So yeah, if you haven't been here since the beginning and you'd like to see what kind of options and prices are at Tops and Wegmans, I will put those two videos linked in the description so you can check that out. And this video will be for Walmart. So I'm going to go into Walmart. I'm going to show you what options they have, how much they cost, and then what will make this video different from the other shopping for my iguana videos is I can actually go home and do the haul video there instead of sitting here in my car sweating and dying and going through my groceries inside of the car. I couldn't do that back in college when I was filming these videos because I shared my kitchen with like 5 other people, and it would just be kind of awkward to sit in my kitchen unbagging my iguana groceries and telling you guys about them in the kitchen that I share with 5 people. So I would do them in my car after I got back from the grocery store. Now I can go home and actually film it in my kitchen in the AC. So I will still do that. The video will be exactly the same as the others as far as the content. I'll just get to be able to do the haul and kind of overview of the food at home instead of in my car. So without further ado, let's go shopping. So the most important part of grocery shopping is bringing a reusable bag, and I also have my reusable produce bags so I don't have to use any of the plastic bags supplied by the grocery store. I just use these for any fresh produce. These came right from Amazon. I actually got them for Christmas, so I'll leave the Amazon link for them in the description if you want to go check them out. There's, I think, 4 different sizes, so they're really great. of my apartment. I am sitting on the floor in the entranceway to the kitchen because my kitchen is too small for me to actually sit in the kitchen. And it's really messy in the kitchen, so I don't want to film in the kitchen. So I'm sitting in the entryway to my kitchen on the floor. So real quick before we get into the haul and talking about the food, I do just want to remind you guys, because many of you haven't seen my shopping for my iguana videos, what I'm showing you is not like all that he eats. I buy things that I need or that I don't have right now. A lot of the things I bought are actually half for me too. I try to buy things that we both eat, that way they don't go bad. You know, it saves some money that way, because I buy for the both of us. If he eats strawberries, I eat strawberries, I'll get a bunch of strawberries, and then know that they're going to get eaten between the two of us, and now, you know, some of the other animals. So I do have a lot of foods that are occasional. They are not staple foods for iguanas by any means, but they are also things that I eat. So I got them. So he's not going to be eating all of them, but they are things that he can eat, should I so choose to give them to him. But a lot of the stuff that I also eat, which is why I bought it. But I do have things already, like veggies in my fridge. I realized just out of greens, but while I was at the store, I bought more fruits and veggies just because I am low. So I do have other foods for him still in here, still healthy foods in there. But yeah. Also real quick, I want to mention that a lot of this can be applied to bearded dragons as well, because many of you know that I do have a bearded dragon now. Her name is Tansy, and I'm very lucky that she absolutely loves salads. Loves them, loves them, loves them. So a lot of this can be applied to bearded dragons as well, because they still have the 2-to-1 calcium to phosphorus ratio, and their diets are just very similar when it comes to the salads. So you can take some of this and apply it to bearded dragons as well, not just iguanas. Alright, so let's get into the food. So the first thing I have, if you guys know me, then you know I obviously bought some collard greens. So collard greens are awesome, awesome, awesome staple greens. They are so high in calcium. What you want to aim for when you're feeding iguanas is a 2-to-1 ratio, calcium to phosphorus. So you want more calcium than phosphorus. And these are, I think, about 14 or 15 to 1 for calcium to phosphorus. So they are loaded with calcium. So that makes them a staple green. So I always, when I'm shopping for Arcadius, buy collard greens, and then I always buy another green to mix in with them, or a couple other greens to mix in for some variety, and so it's not just all collard greens. But they are very good, high in calcium. And for these collard greens, I paid $1.28. So with that being said, my second item is another green, and that is turnip greens. So turnip greens are another good staple as long as they're mixed in with another green. And these, oh my gosh, at Walmart only cost 98 cents. I'm pretty sure I have been there when like all of these greens have only cost 98 cents. Unfortunately today it's just the turnip greens that only cost 98 cents. All the others are just over $1, like $1.28 or something. So I decided to go with these this time around just because I am waiting on my first legitimate paycheck from the zoo. So normally I would buy like 3 different greens at least. I usually do like collard, mustard, and turnip. Or if I'm somewhere that has dandelion greens, I'll get dandelion greens. So I think my next video actually will be shopping for my iguana at Hannaford's, because I think the Hannaford's down the road has dandelion greens, and it's been a while since I have lived near Hannaford's. So I'm very excited to be able to shop there again for my iguana, because ours at home closed. So be looking for that. My next shopping for my iguana video will be at Hannaford's. But yeah, so I got these for only 98 cents. So I'll be mixing those in. Sorry if you noticed that my kitchen light is going on and off. It is on a sensor, which is kind of nice at night when you walk in, or if your hands are full and you come in late from grocery shopping, it just turns on for you. It's also really annoying because if you just walk around over here in the living room, it turns on and off. Or in this case, I'm sitting here and it turned off. It doesn't come on during the daytime. So if you're cooking in the kitchen in the daytime, you can't turn the light on because it's daytime. So it's nice, but it's not totally convenient, but what are you gonna do? All right, next up are snow peas. So snow peas are not a staple veggie. They are an occasional veggie. I think the calcium to phosphorus is like 1 to 2. So there is more phosphorus than calcium in these, which is not ideal for what you want for your animals. You want that 2 to 1 ratio. So as long as you just use these occasionally and you're still mixing in really good veggies to the diet, it's totally fine. They're just a nice little treat, and I do eat these. They're one of the few vegetables that I will eat. So like I said, these are one of the things that I pick up just because both of us will eat them. I'll eat most of them, but I can use them as a treat for Arcadius as well. And these snow peas cost $2.58. So normally at other stores like Tops, Hannaford's, Wegmans, I like to buy them not in plastic packaging because then I can pick how many I want, and it's usually cheaper. Unfortunately, Walmart doesn't have this option, so plastic bag it is. Alright, so next up are carrots. So I actually did not buy these for Arcadius, but he can eat them, so I'll mention them. I actually bought these for my feeder insects, so my superworms, my mealworms, my dubia roaches. I skip them all carrots. But iguanas can eat these as long as they are cleaned, shredded, and finely chopped. So I really don't give these to Arcadius very often. The only time I ever really give him carrots is if I run out of his other veggies and I haven't gone to the store yet and I'm desperate. That's when I might shred up a carrot for him. But they're really not all that nutritious. They are lower in calcium than phosphorus. I think that the ratio is about 0.6 to 1. But yeah, so they're not all that nutritious. They're listed as occasional foods. You can give it to iguanas. I just personally don't. Like I said, these are for my feeder insects, but I'm talking about them since I bought them and he could eat them if I gave them to him. All right, now we're getting into all of the fruit. So this is a lot of fruit, and fruit is only 10% of an iguana's diet. So it's very minimal. Just a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of fruit goes into their diet. So needless to say, most of this is for me, but they are things that he can eat and that he may get as a treat. So first up are bananas. Oh my god. Oh, turn. There we go. Okay, so first up are bananas. Now, I don't know that Arcadius really likes bananas. I've put them in his food before, and he just doesn't really go crazy for bananas like he does for other foods. But anyway, bananas are an occasional fruit, like most fruits, but some are just more occasional than others. So like this would be a treat. It is lower in calcium than it is in phosphorus. The ratio is like 0.2 or 0.3 to 1. So very, very low in calcium, definitely more phosphorus, so not that great, but can be used as an occasional fruit. And I paid, oh, I forgot to mention the carrots. I'm not even gonna, like, the carrots were 98 cents. However, I don't feed Arcadius the carrots, so I'm not gonna count that into the final total. But the bananas were 95 cents. Next up are the blackberries. Blackberries are Arcadius's favorite fruit. Besides mango, he loves blackberries. So blackberries are actually a pretty good fruit. They're not like a staple, like they're not as good as a mango or papaya, but they're pretty good considering. I think the ratio is like 1.5 to 1. So pretty good. You know, you're almost hitting 2 to 1, and in a fruit, that's really good. But yes, a really good ratio considering that it is a fruit. So great. These are Arcadius's favorites because they're really good for him to a certain extent. And for the blackberries, I paid $2.78. All right, so next up are strawberries. Again, the fruit, and these should definitely only be a treat for iguanas. They are high in oxalates and goitrogens, which you want to try to avoid when you're feeding them to bearded dragons and iguanas. So he does only get these as a treat once in a while. Again, this is another thing that's mainly for me, but if I'm cutting up a strawberry in the morning and like making a smoothie or putting them on like pancakes or something, I'll take a little piece and put it in his salad or something. So just a little treat. And for the strawberries, I paid $2.97 for this. Man, I'm gonna miss these prices in the winter. And next up are blackberries. So again, a fruit, again, a treat, an occasional, not a staple fruit. They are high in oxalates. So again, something you want to try to not entirely avoid when you're feeding, but just be very cautious and feed a very minimal amount. So definitely a treat. But this is another one that Arcadius really likes. He really enjoys these. So for blackberries, I paid $2.78. Alright, and last but not least, Arcadius's favorites. So mangoes are Arcadius's favorites. There are several different types of mangoes. So I went with, I believe this is a golden mango is what it's called. The sign just said mango. So I think this is called a golden mango. But these are, I want to say, a little more sour or a little more sweet than a normal mango. So Arcadius does enjoy these, and normal mangoes as well. But mangoes and papayas are the staple fruits for iguanas. They're very, I don't say like they're super healthy and fantastic, because again, it's a fruit, which only makes up a tiny part of their diet. But out of the fruits, mango and papayas are the best. So the calcium to phosphorus ratio for mango is about 1:1. So pretty good, just about even, and made up of about like 90% of water. So high in water, just about 1:1 for calcium to phosphorus. So pretty good. Also, I've heard a lot of people call mango iguana crack, and I believe it because Arcadius loves his mangoes. And for this mango, I paid only 68 cents. And I believe right now the normal mangoes were 50 cents or something like that. I don't know, you saw it earlier in the video. But mangoes are a really good price right now. So, got him a mango. Alright, and the grand total of what I spent today at Walmart shopping for my iguana is $14. Technically it's like $14.05, but $14. So that's not bad considering over half of it was fruit, and the fruit is mainly for me, so it's kind of more in my grocery budget than in my pet budget. And when I did the final calculations, I didn't count in the carrots or the bananas because he's not getting those. Those are for my bugs and for me. So I didn't count those into the final total because he's not getting any of that. I just did the blackberries, the blueberries, the strawberries, the mango, the peas, and the greens. So $14 was the total. Had I just shopped for Arcadius and I didn't buy any fruits because I wanted them for myself, I probably would have spent, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I would have only spent like $6 or $7 had I only bought things just for Arcadius. I would have gotten like the mango, the peas, and the greens. So that would have only cost me about $6. But because I got all of that fruit, it did come out to be $14. So I do like to shop at Walmart for Arcadius. I find that the greens at Walmart are much cheaper than everywhere else, and if you hit it just right, the greens are in really good shape. So I've had pretty good luck here. Today they were a little low on turnip and mustard. They only had 1 turnip and mustard left, and the mustard looked really gross, but the turnip I got was really nice looking. They always have plenty of collard greens though that look like they're in good shape. But yeah, so that was me shopping for my iguana at Walmart. Like I said, I will put Tops and Wegmans in the description if you want to see what your options and prices are there. And the next time I have to go out and buy a whole bunch of iguana food, I will go to Hannaford's and film that for you guys, so you can see how Hannaford's compares to all the other places also. So like usual, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed it and you want to see more. I'm still in the process of working on my apartment so I can do an apartment tour for you guys. I'm sorry it is taking so long, but it's really hard to move your whole life into an apartment and get it all organized to where you want it to be, and every time you do something you realize you need to go out and buy something or you're missing something. So I'm working on it. I promise it will come soon. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss that when it comes out, and we'll see you for the next video.